Small gifts for your sphere of influence and clients can go a long way. Today I'm going to share with you a monthly calendar of ways that you can show your appreciation that will make a big impact on your business. One of the things that I've watched is I've watched agents spend thousands of dollars, $500 to $1,000 or more dollars on leads every single month, when in reality, if you would just focus in on spending a little bit of money on your existing sphere of influence and those clients, those past clients of yours, odds are you get even better results. You see, in this business, it's about the relationship. So what I want to do today is I want to go in and show you what top producers do and how they invest in those relationships in a small way that gives them the ability to really have an opportunity to expand their business like never before. So I'm going to go through and actually give you 12 of these different ideas. I hope it gets your creative juices flowing, gives you an idea. But think of it this way. If you're spending roughly, some of these will cost $0, but if you're spending roughly $10 per person in your sphere of influence, you've got 100 people, which most people don't even need that many people. If you had 100 people and you spent $10, that's $1,000 a month to stay in front of and show value and show appreciation to the most important people in your business. I promise you, if you spent that $1,000 every single month instead of on leads, you'd absolutely get better results. So let's get into this. Let's start with number one. And I'm going to just kind of go through the calendar to get you some ideas so that no matter when you're seeing this video, you've got the opportunity to either plan ahead or to do something special for a small group or a large group of your clients. Again, I mentioned 100, but listen, one is better than none. Show your appreciation to as many people as possible and you'll definitely get these results. I'm going to start with January because it's a cooler month and maybe there's a little bit of weather out there. A lot of times people, this is kind of soup season, I guess you could say. So what is it that you could do for a quick drop by or pop by, drop off gift that you could do? And with most of these, you're going to want to leave a little note, something catchy, just something just saying thank you. These could be handwritten. You could have an assistant do that or whatever the case may be. But for January, let's think about doing some type of a soup mix and also having a branded whisk that you would actually be as a part of that as well. This would have some of your branding. It would keep you top of mind. When I looked at these on 4M prints, you can get like 75 of these branded with your branding on them for around $475. I know there's probably got a couple of other opportunities obviously out there on the internet through Etsy or different places that you could get this done. But just to give you an idea, let's say you did 75 of these. These are gonna run you about $6 a piece. So from that standpoint, you're gonna have the ability really to make a big impression. Now, how are we gonna deliver these as we do these pop-bys? A couple of different ways to do this. Number one is if you're at a place in your business where you're too busy, having an assistant or even hiring someone that maybe is a high school student or someone that you know that would put on your shirt or your team's shirt or your logo that would go out and deliver those and just knock on the door and just say, hey, this is a gift from you. Whatever it is, you have that capability. If you're earlier in the business, the more personalized this is, the better. So just stopping by, knocking on the door and just saying, hey, I was just thinking about you guys. I actually want to drop this by. Hope you guys are having a great January. Here's a little soup that hopefully warms your day and a little whisk that'll help you when you're making that as well. Whatever it is, just basically go out and give freely and you're going to get things coming back to you freely as well. All right, February is Valentine's season, so literally with these type of things, one of the things that you can do is so that you stay top of mind is in the busy lives that a lot of our customers, our clients, our sphere of influence live, maybe they forget to make reservations for dinner on Valentine's Day. Here's a way that you can actually do this. You can go in and make dinner reservations. You can utilize OpenTable or one of the online reservation places. Go in and make reservations at the best restaurants in your area, weeks, even a month in advance, for February 14th at 7 p.m. in the best restaurants. Make those reservations in your name. Now, here's what you do is you send an email or you make phone calls to your top agents and start with your priority of the A-list clients and move on down and basically call those folks and say, hey, just wanted to make sure you guys got reservations because everything's pretty full now. I made an extra reservation if you'd like it at whatever restaurant it is at 7 p.m. If you guys would like that, I'd be glad to transfer that over to you guys so that you'll have the ability. Now, you want to make sure that you make these reservations in your name so that if they accept them and they go and then they're going to actually, when they check in, they're going to say your name. By saying your name, it keeps you top of mind. It reminds them that you did this for them. A lot of people won't need these reservations, but by reaching out to them and offering it, you're getting the value just the same. This costs you $0. If you see, as you get closer to the time that you don't have people for all the reservations, simply cancel those within 48 hours, typically on those online portals, and you won't be charged anything. An idea for March is Girl Scout cookies look look, we all love Girl Scout cookies, and between January and April are the time that they sell these. So if you have an opportunity to go buy bulk a group of Girl Scout cookies, you're supporting a great organization. Plus, you're dropping things off that are, odds are, it's not just going to be thrown away. Somebody's going to utilize those and eat those, and it's going to be a nice way just to stay top of mind during the month of March. All right, April is a great time if you're thinking of something small to give seed packets, maybe some flower packets, maybe to drop off like a small basket or a fern or something, just something that is evergreen, something that's going to give them an understanding that, hey, it's springtime, wanted to drop something by. Again, we're just doing certain things to stay top of mind. This is one of those, and as we talked about, as maybe I had mentioned a little earlier, you can use any of these at different times of the year, but the springtime is a great time to be thinking of something that they can utilize outdoors. All right, May is Cinco de Mayo time, so this is the time when a lot of people will be thinking about tortilla chips. They'll be thinking about salsa. They'll be thinking about queso. So why not put together a gift bag, basically, that just has those items there. Literally for under $10, you can put together a very, very complete bag with some chips and some salsa and queso and all the fixings that you can think of that maybe they would want to have and enjoy on the 5th of May. This is another great way just to stay top of mind and give something that you know people are going to absolutely utilize. All right, June, we're rolling into summertime now, so a couple of ideas for June actually. One is to think of maybe a bowl of oranges or some local fruit that maybe would be good during that season when it's a little hotter outside. Also, maybe think about doing some branded beach towels that you would pass out, giving 2 beach towels to somebody. Hope you're enjoying your summer. Hope this helps make it even a little better. Again, we're rolling into June, so summertime is a time for fun. It's a time of family, so be thinking along those lines of those things that you can do that are going to absolutely enhance their summer, and they're going to absolutely enhance yours as well. July is 4th of July, so a couple of things here. Obviously, the little small flags they can put out by their mailbox or out by the road is always something you can think of. These things are really, you can buy them in 10 packs or larger groups, the 4-inch by 6-inch basically flags, and those are going to be something that basically are really easy to find either on Temu. You can go on and just simply Google 4th of July party supplies and you're going to find these things. They're going to be very inexpensive. They're going to make a big impact. Another option for July is to think about doing some type of a team with a patriotic themed shirt where you would have on the front some type of a flag and maybe some of your branding on the back. Again, depending on your budget, these are some small items that you can do. They're going to make a big impact. All right, August is the season where a lot of families are getting more back into the routine of school. They're getting back into some times when they're doing certain things. So this would be a time where you can get super practical with something. And one of the best things that I've seen are these magnets that people put on their dishwasher that basically just say clean, or they flip them over and they say dirty, so that you don't have to ask all the time whether these dishes are clean or dirty. You'll absolutely know whether they are clean or dirty, and that gives you the opportunity really to put some branding on there, something that's going to stay in their kitchen area so that they're going to constantly be seeing your name, your branding, and that's going to keep you top of mind. All right, I'm going to combine September and October with a couple of different ideas. Both of these I've utilized in the past and they've been very effective. One is to do a magnet, maybe a little bigger, 3 by 5 inch or 4 by 6 inch magnet of the school's calendar for your local schools. The dates that they're out, the holidays, the teacher planning days, the time when they're out for spring break. All of that will be on a schedule that is published by the school system, that if you put it on a magnet with your branding on there, odds are it's going to be put on the refrigerator to keep that there. I saw these and shared these with teachers. It was absolutely, when I was doing a lot of work with first-time homebuyers, it was in their classrooms where they would keep them there, and it was a way to brand myself that was absolutely seen multiple times throughout the year. Another one that you can utilize, and just kind of combining these two, is if you have a local sports team, like a pro football team, or maybe it's a college football team, where you would have the football schedule, or maybe it's the local high school, where you'd have that schedule of those upcoming dates when they would be playing, where they would be playing, the times for those that are published before the season starts. Again, these are ways and things that if you have people that are involved in the schools or that are excited about the football season, they're going to put those in a place where they're going to reference those multiple times. A lot of times if you do it with those magnets, they're going to be right there on their refrigerator. All right, it's already November and we're rolling into the Thanksgiving season. One of the best ways that you can show your appreciation to your clients also in Thanksgiving is to have a pie pickup or drop-off day. Now, depending on the size and the number of people you're going to do this for, there's a couple of ways you can do this. Number one is you can just reach out to them. What I would suggest is that you reach out to them with 2 pie options. If you've got a local bakery, or this is something you're doing yourself. We did this ourselves back when we were first starting out. My wife would cook pumpkin bread and we would do that. But you can do this with if there's a local bakery. You want to give them 2 options when you send this out. And this is the reason why. You want to say, would you like an apple pie or would you like a peach cobbler? Whatever it is. If you're asking for 2 different things, they have to respond to RSVP and just say, please respond so that we make sure that we have yours ordered and ready for you. If you're going to have many of these things, in other words, you've got a large group that you're doing this for, you may want to set up and reserve the conference room at your local office or at your house or wherever it is that you'd like to do a centralized location, and have it where people would have a time period on the Monday before or Tuesday before Thanksgiving that they could come by and pick up those pies. Now, by choosing one of 2, you get a better idea of how many that you're going to have to order. It also gives you the ability to reach out with the people that don't even accept the pie or don't get the pie. Again, it's another touch that you've made where you've offered something of value to them. Not only putting that law of reciprocity in place, but during a season when we're truly thankful for the things and the people that we have in our lives, you can be the person they're thinking of as they enjoy that pie on Thanksgiving Day. December is a gift-giving season, and one of the most practical things you can do during this season is to absolutely make sure that you're providing gift wrapping paper. Now, I wouldn't suggest maybe doing a lot of branding on this, but what I would suggest is if you stop by someone's house and you're dropping off 2 rolls of wrapping paper, you'll be amazed at how many people will be thankful for that. Maybe you add some tape, some scissors, whatever it is, just kind of a wrapping package, I guess you could say. And that's something that is going to absolutely be utilized during that season, and it's going to give you the ability during that time of season where thankfulness, we've just left thankfulness time during Thanksgiving and we're heading into the time of giving, where you're going to be the person they're thinking of during these special holiday seasons. All right, we had some practical ways today that you can absolutely show your appreciation to your clients, whether that be through pop buys, by client events, or some of the different things that we always do to make sure they know how much we appreciate us. You see, when we focus in on showing our appreciation, it comes back in ways that we can't even imagine. Listen, I know I probably missed something that you're doing in your business. We are all stronger together. So if you don't mind, in the comments below, make sure that you list the things that you do that maybe I didn't mention so that we can all get better. Hope this has been helpful, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. I specifically chose the video below for you because it builds on the one you just watched. I hope it's helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.